Hello, hello. Crystal here with Coaching with Crystal. Um, for those of you that are new to the channel, welcome. I am an intuitive and tarot reader. I am also a clinically trained social worker, and what that has culminated into in the last 15 years is a personal coaching and tarot business. So if you would like to learn more about that, if you would like a personal reading or a personal coaching session, do check me out on my website at coachingwithcrystal.com, and that is Crystal with K. All right, so usually I am going to bring you a weekly, but I've been kind of called to bring you some moon readings as well, the new moons and the full moons that we go through. Big fan of the old moon cycles and working with those, so just kind of makes sense for me to also give you some moon readings. So coming up on the 13th of this week, or of March, but yes, also this week, is the new moon, and it's the new moon in Pisces. And I'm super jacked about this moon because it's going to be lighter energy, thank God. And it's going to be, it has the potential to be really polar opposite of what the last one was, thank God, again. So, because that last one, if we recall, how can you forget? It's only been 2 weeks, and that was kind of a shit show. That was the Virgo full moon, and there was a lot of release there, and a lot of, unexpected things, cathartic kind of moments. It just sort of odd, too, and just really heavy, high energy. And as a Virgo myself, I was actually sort of caught off guard by that. I thought that the full moon in Virgo was going to be a little gentler, especially for we Virgos, but it was nowhere near that. It was actually quite a few firecrackers. But when we think about that Virgo energy and that Virgo full moon specifically, it did bring up kind of that shadow side of Virgo. And what is the shadow side of Virgo? I can talk shit about this all day. I live it. So the shadow side of Virgo is very rigid, very controlling, quite judgmental and critical. Does not like change, very resistant to change, can be quite inflexible. Right? Like we get a reputation for being a stick in the mud if you're talking about kind of the stereotypical hardcore negative sides of Virgo. There's of course nuance in everybody, but if you were to just really look at that in its rawest form, that's what you would find. And what did we have in that full moon? We had pretty harsh communication, essentially. That's another kind of shadow side of Virgo is, we're very persnickety and very particular, and are often very supportive and very motherly and all of that, but can be cutting too. Virgo can fuck you up with their words real quick, and that's kind of what that full moon did. It was a straight shot, like, oh, okay, well, I'm going to tell it to you straight whether you like it or not. And it was harsh. It was harsh. So astrologically, the exact opposite of Virgo in if you're looking at the wheel that is astrology, the exact opposite of Virgo. And look at me, see, now I'm moving again. I'm much more fluid. Virgo, rigid. You didn't see my hands at all. Now I'm fluid. Now I'm flowing into that energy. So the exact opposite of Virgo on kind of the astrological wheel is Pisces. Pisces. So what all that shit I just talked about Virgo, flip it on its head. Pisces is more fluid. Pisces is much more flexible. A lot of ideas, a lot of feelings. It's a water sign, so that water emotional element, cups, if you're thinking tarot. Wishy-washy. That's the downside of Pisces, is wishy-washy. Pisces struggle to make decisions a lot of times. They get too caught up in their emotions, and then they can't make a decision. Not talking shit about Pisces, but sometimes people kind of look at them as sort of whiny, victim-y, okay? Instead of that real, like, hardcore, independent, nothing's rocking my world Virgo, Pisces can kind of get blown around in the wind a little bit. They can feel and look very untethered. So because we're coming out of Virgo full moon and we're rolling into a Pisces full moon, it has the potential to be high potential to be much lighter in the energy because it's a balancing out, right? Those polarities are kind of balancing out. Very, very nice. So that'll feel better. And Pisces is just lighter energy anyway. And as we're in, this age of Aquarius, as we're starting to ramp that up, things are just getting lighter on a larger scale as well. But I digress. I'm 5 minutes into yammering about the moons here, and I haven't even gotten to the cards. And the cards are saying a lot, saying a lot with very few. The first thing I want to point out here is this is a 5-card spread, and 4 of them are majors. This is a big deal moon, definitely, and in a real exciting way. And this is some direct advice, is what I'm seeing. So first up, you've got the Ace of Pentacles. The Ace of Pentacles, just like any ace, is a new beginning. And Pentacles is that earth element, so material goods, tangible things, right? And like I say in my private readings, tangible things are not necessarily just money. It could be coin, could be money, could be tangible earthly assets, but it's also things like energy and time. Okay, so the energy and time is a resource, absolutely. So Ace of Pentacles here, what I'm feeling is that there is a new beginning that's starting with this new moon. New moons are about beginnings anyway, so a little synchronicity there, as it should be. A new start on this earthly plane is what I'm feeling, okay? And that's exciting, especially for those of you that have been kind of like kicked around a little bit for the last, I don't know, year, maybe 2 for some of you. Next up, though, now I'm going to get into these majors. So this is fun stuff, right? Like, yay, new beginning. We're all looking forward to that. Happy spring. Spring equinox is coming around the corner. We're all about new beginnings, right? Follow those seasons. They're important. Now we got a whole boatload of advice here. A little bit of like, I feel you, but here's what's next. You've got your High Priestess reversed, and you've got your Devil reversed, and then you've got Wheel of Fortune and Emperor upright. High Priestess is all about intuition. That's that witchy woman when she's upright. She's tapped in, like one of my favorite YouTube readers. she's tapped in, she's tuned in, and she's turned on to the to source. And that's what she's doing when she's upright. When she's reversed, there's some blockages there. Okay, there's some potential self-doubt. There's some questioning, what she's seeing, her reality. There's ignoring red flags even when they're flapping, right? Like it's squelching that intuitive energy. Devil reversed. I feel like this is advice. Devil upright is all about addictions and lack of boundaries or poor boundaries, drama, toxic relationships, the crap you get yourself stuck in, frankly. All of the things that I that I just mentioned is the crap that you can get yourself really stuck in when it's upright. This I'm feeling as advice, and there's a concept in indigenous culture around contrary medicine, and contrary medicine is that opposite. You'll think of like Heoka, is like in Lakota culture, and trickster energy, contrary energy, opposite. Okay. I think this is coming in as kind of a contrary thing, and so apologies if I'm getting too heady or spacey here, but I think it's important. This intuition is being blocked because there are some binds here. Something's going on. There's some bounding energy around people, places, things, habits, patterns, thought distortions. Maybe you're in a habit of not listening to your intuition, not looking at the red flags, that kind of thing, Devil reversed, devil upright, but devil period tends to be those areas in our life where we're kind of embarrassed to say anything to anybody, including ourselves. Okay? So what this advice card, this is coming up as an advice card, but what this major arcana is telling me is that, even though new moons are about new beginnings, and this one absolutely is, right? Back to the first card. This new beginning is going to be a slow roll or a more challenging roll than you would hope if you don't let go, which is usually what you do in full moon energy. So that's that contrary energy. We're supposed to be starting something, supposed to be, key, very key. We're supposed to be starting a new cycle during a new moon. We're supposed to be going in a new direction. You know what? What this is saying, especially with that polarity around Virgo and Pisces, what this is saying is if you picked up or have been hanging on to some crap, now is the time to let it go. Because if you really want this new beginning, you need to let some of this shit go. Okay? If you want this wheel to turn, I don't even need to belabor this too much. If you want this wheel to turn, you got to drop this crap. Okay? These are the ties that bind, and not in a good way. Some of that might be that Emperor energy, getting in your own way. This is a very rigid, masculine energy. Good stuff. It's a provider. Very reliable, very resourceful, talented, always employed. And the Emperor is always employed. And so employed that they probably employ others while they're at it. But the Emperor energy is also very rigid. Needs to see tangible things, can be very stubborn, very stubborn. And so if you're being very stubborn around this devil energy, not wanting to see that shadow side, not wanting to let go of things that no longer serve you, but you're just being stubborn and you're kind of being in that Emperor energy, this wheel will turn. Sure, that's just the way it goes. But this wheel is going to turn a little in more of a creaky way, kind of a slow way, or it's going to be a little more challenging to get into that next step on your path if you embrace this energy and don't get rid of this shit. Let me boil that down even like more with more clarity. Put them in this order. If you embody this Emperor energy, this really rigid, stubborn, I want to stick my head in the sand, I want to just kind of hang here, and you don't do some of this letting go stuff, the wheel's going to be tough. If you don't get out of your own way, this wheel will turn, but it'll be a little challenging. So, how do you get out of your own way? You brave up like this lion. You dig in, you do the work with the focus of turning her right side up. Well, that's a straight shot. Okay, let's see if we've got any advice cards, because that was bam. All right. And Anti-Crystal does not want to leave you with the cards telling you about yourself. That's unpleasant. Sounds like we're all going to have a weekend of doing that anyway. So, let's see if we can find something, some kind advice. That was a straight dirt. Got any scoop in here? Straightforward. Moon. All the cycles. That contrary medicine again, right? We are in a moon cycle. This is a big one. That polarity. And then Pachamama is a very ancient and revered, I believe, Aztec goddess. She's a very earthly goddess. Provider. Kind of another version of high priestess. So a lot of you may be just kind of bulldozing your own, or have been bulldozing your own intuition for a while, which is the thing that happens. That's the thing that we do. But the funny thing about intuition is it will keep nagging you, because that's kind of a direct connect with the universe anyhow, right? So, and the universe is a kind teacher. Well, the universe is a patient teacher. The universe is an interesting teacher. I don't have enough time for all that, but at least for this video. But the universe is a very patient teacher. They will let you ignore your intuition for as long as you'd like. And you will experience the repercussions of such matters. The universe won't like punish you for not listening to your intuition, right? Like the universe creator is not vindictive. Creator has an interesting sense of humor. But creator is certainly not vindictive. So they will let you bang your head against that wall for as long as you would like. And they will provide you an out if you choose to take it. High Priestess twice. Initially reversed, upright in this even bigger form. Nice stuff. Deep stuff, man. Deep. And then moon, of course. All right. I was trying to lighten it up. The universe is very dramatic today with this moon. Let's get some fuzzy animals here. Come out with some damn crow or something. Just trying to leave you with a warm and fuzzy. Good grief. Okie dokie. Well, more of the same, but a little lighter, a little nicer. Not so in your face. Okay, we got giraffe spirit, see the big picture. Starfish spirit, open to infinite possibility. That's nice. Moth spirit, surrender now. Let it go. Get out of your own way. Turn this witchy woman around. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. And then trust the great mystery. Some colors here that are standing out is, of course, this one. Surrender now. Red with kind of a tinge of very deep, like vibrant red, and then there's some tinge of orange there. So we're talking root and sacral. A lot of shadow work ends up stemming out of root and sacral. That's your creative energy, that's your foundation, your stability, your security, your sexuality. A lot of shadow work can come out of that, especially for women. Should be more men, but hopefully with this age of Aquarius, we're getting there. More orange over here as well, more sacral. Over here we have blue and green and that lighter blue. Well, and a little bit of dark blue too. So now we're like moving just right up the chakras. We've got heart, we've got throat, and we've got third eye. I feel, I speak, I see. So, this is that higher consciousness, trust in the great mystery kind of situation. Back to that high priestess, back to that Pachamama and that moon energy, right? Figuring out what that looks like for you. There's, can you see on here? I've got like a weird murky spot because of my bunk lighting. We've got more cycles, circles, suns, moons. We got the whole 9 yards here. So trust the great mystery. Again, get out of your own way. If your ego and the bind and the ties that bind in that area are giving you some grief, let it go. Get out of your own way, okay? Let it go. Wow. Wowee. Okay. Whew. I thought I was going to get something a little lighter, like, hey, Pisces, woo, yes. And it is. It is. It is a little lighter. And, you know, it's like getting out of that. But this is some nice advice for you to just keep doing so. Keep doing the work. Be kind to yourself. Let some of this stuff go. Let some of this stuff go, because there are lighter things that sort of await on the other side of this. But, you know, you got to participate as well. Like, this is an opportunity to co-create with spirit, so you've got to participate as well. And then this wheel will turn. Lovely. All right, my friends, I'm going to leave it there. And again, new moon in Pisces on the 13th. And watch those energies. Watch what's going on 3 days before and 3 days after that moon. And best of luck to you. It's going to, hopefully feel a little lighter, but there may be some bumps in the road, and know that that's part of it. That's how you get to that lighter spot. Surrender now. I think this will be like the 12th time I've said it, but I think it means something. Let it go. All right. Love you all. See you soon.